Back to Newcastle next for an update on midfielder Sandro Tonali. Good afternoon, Keith Downey. What can you tell us?
Yeah, good afternoon, Nick. I've just been up at the Newcastle United training ground in the last hour watching the team prepare for their match, Champions League match here at St James's Park against Borussia Dortmund tomorrow night. And since then I've learned from our colleagues in Sky Italy that Sandro Tonali is expected to learn his fate with regards to the illegal betting investigation he's at the centre of within the next 48 hours. So Sandro Tonali could, as I say, know exactly the length of the punishment he is going to face before Newcastle take to the field here against Borussia Dortmund tomorrow night in that Champions League match day 3 game for them. Of course, we've been speaking about Tonali, of course, a lot over the last week. That is after news emerged that he had admitted to betting on his team AC Milan while a player there in Serie A previously. His agent, of course, followed that up last week by admitting that his player has a gambling addiction. And then, of course, Eddie Howe on Friday at his news conference spoke about it at length, didn't he? Backing his player and saying that the club and everyone needs to show Sandro love and support right now. Currently, of course, they're in the midst of the investigation with the Italian authorities over in Turin. He was over there, Tonali himself in person, last Tuesday, where he met with the authorities and essentially entered a plea bargain. If he wasn't to admit guilt in this, Nick, he could face up to a 3-month suspension from football worldwide. But because he's working with the authorities, he's admitting his guilt and he's being open and honest, transparent with them, that will, in essence, lessen his ban. Our information from our colleagues over in Sky Italy is that talks are centring over a 10-month ban for Tonali, which, of course, if confirmed in the next 48 hours, as I say that we imagine it will mean that Tonali will miss the rest of the football season and, of course, the Euros for Italy next June as well. So it looks as though a lengthy ban coming Tonali's way, as we've been reporting for the last week. But as I say, our colleagues over in Sky Italy say that talks centering over a 10-month ban, and we should have clarification, we should have confirmation on this from Turin within the next 48 hours, which of course would mean that Tonali can't play against Wolves in the Premier League on Saturday. And if we get that clarification soon, it means that Tonali will have kicked his last ball in the Premier League this season.
But there is a big Champions League game tomorrow night against Dortmund, 8 o'clock kickoff. Club and fans have given all the support they can to Tonali, so could he still play in that?
Yeah, well, the pictures I think we just saw a moment ago was of Tonali at training this morning. He looked in fairly good fettle, I have to say, despite having this hanging over him. I think probably Nicky got a lot of it off his chest over in Turin last week when he confessed to gambling on football, when he confessed to betting on AC Milan to win matches while an AC Milan player. And I think without doubt he'll have been helped over the weekend. Eddie Howe, as I say, came out on record on Friday at his news conference. So many questions thrown the Newcastle manager's way regarding the situation on Tonali, and he was fully in support of his player, saying that he needs an arm round him, saying that he needs love right now. And then again on Saturday against Crystal Palace here at St James's Park, Tonali came on for the last, I think, 15-20 minutes of the match, and at the end, as the players were going round to a standing ovation from the supporters, the management team and players pushed Tonali forward to receive the ovation from the support and to show him that love that Eddie Howe is talking about. So as it stands, he trained this morning and is in contention to play tomorrow night. But as I said, it's an ever-changing story, this one. We could have confirmation today, it could come tomorrow, might be the day after the match. So it's going to be a close one as to whether he can be involved or not in that match. But it could be that we know by the time they kick off here against Borussia Dortmund on Tuesday night that he is set to serve a lengthy ban, and that will be the last football he's played this season. So, yeah, delicate situation right now, ever-changing story, but it feels as though confirmation regarding this investigation surrounding Sandro Tonali is edging nearer and nearer, Nick.